I'm ranking my top 11 favorite pre-workouts from Liquid Lightning all the way down to mystery meat. I'm going to be throwing in some honorable mentions, and of course, we'll be talking about some overpriced clunkers. Did your pre-workout make my list? The No Fate channel checking in, kicking things off for all of you high-stim junkies. You know who you are. You chase down your pre-workout with an energy drink. You finish off a 12-hour shift roofing a house in the summer heat, and you still want to get to the gym and crush it like an absolute beast. Gorilla Mode Lightning. This thing has focus on top of focus. 13 grams of L-tyrosine. That is such a crazy dosage. You also get huperzine A, alpha GPC. Now for those of you that want your pumps, 8 grams of L-citrulline for that vein bulging pump. You also get 2 forms of caffeine that deliver over 500 milligrams, which is a whopping dose. And to throw some gasoline onto the fire, 1.5 grams of alpha yo. And that is just the tip of the spear when it comes to this high-stim junkie pre-workout ingredients list. Gorilla Mode Lightning is going to drop on the A tier. Pumped and dangerous. The only reason it didn't make the S tier, Liquid Lightning, is because when you put all those ingredients into one pre-workout, it is hard to mask the flavor. And the flavor here is passable, but by no means something you're going to relish. On top of that, the price point on this thing tends to be a bit high because we usually get what we pay for. Stepping back from Heart Attack City, we are talking about an everyday driver pre-workout. The majority of people want a pre-workout that they can use daily, that's not going to fry out their adrenal system, that's going to deliver solid results without having sketchy ingredients in there. Favorite everyday driver, NutraBio's base pre-workout. Now it comes in with 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's like 2 cups of coffee, and the reality is it's not much compared to most pre-workouts, but with NutraBio's base, it absolutely feels like a lot more. And that's really what you want. You want a pre-workout that's not going to crush your brain, not going to fry you out, but it's still going to give you all of that great energy feeling that you want. It also delivers 6 whopping grams of L-citrulline for some great pumps.
And it feels different. It feels fantastic.
And the price is right. Because one bottle has 30 servings, the price per serving is only $1. If that wasn't good enough, it's made by NutraBio. They're the OGs. They've been around since '96. They actually make their own supplements, unlike a lot of other companies that outsource it. And they have a certified GMP facility and third-party testing. This thing is Liquid Lightning. This makes the S tier. This thing is absolutely God mode. It comes in 3 flavors. My favorite by far is lemon lime, followed by fruit punch. I'm happy to see a lot of companies are coming back to the middle ground when it comes to pre-workouts. They're moving away from the overstimulated stuff in order to deliver you simple ingredients that are effective, that give you that energy, give you that pump, give you that performance, but they're not gonna crush you or crush your wallet. This channel is fueled 100% by caffeine and affiliate links. If you're looking to check out any of the products that I mentioned in today's video, you know to use those affiliate links in the description. They help out the channel, and it's not a one-way street. When you use those links, let me know, and I'm gonna send you a small token of my appreciation.
I was in the pool!
Flavors? Flavors? Who cares about flavors? Well, if you've got to drink a pre-workout every day or every other day, yeah, you care what you're putting down. You don't want to have to start your workout off by having to gag something down, and flavors do matter. So when it comes to the best flavored pre-workouts on the market, yes, flavor is subjective, but when it comes to my favorites, they happen to be from Alpha Lion. Alpha Lion is known for crazy, amazing flavors. The 2 when it comes to their superhuman pre that I love, Miami Vice and Hulk Juice. Ghost Legend pre-workout always seems to deliver some crazy flavors. My favorite has to be their collaboration with Sonic, their cherry limeade. That thing just absolutely rocks. And a quick honorable mention for a great tasting pre-workout that isn't really a pre-workout, energy drinks. They are convenient, they taste delicious, and while they're not going to give you the best performance in the gym, that amount of caffeine that they contain definitely gets you up and gets you ready to lift. When it comes to choosing the right pre-workout for you, you always want to start with your end fitness goal and work backwards. And for a lot of you watching today's video, you want to lose weight, whether it's to get rid of that dad bod or just kind of end that bulk that's been going on for far too long. And my favorite by far, Alpha Lion's Superhuman Burn Blaze Berry. This is not only a great flavor. This used to be called Smurf Juice, and I think they actually got a cease and desist from the company that owns the intellectual property of the Smurfs, because I don't think they had the rights to use the name. But regardless, the product absolutely delivers. Over 300 milligrams of caffeine gets you amped up for your workout. Tons of good pump ingredients, but they got thermogenic ingredients in there. That's going to get your body warmed up. It's going to get your body sweating. It's going to help you burn more calories faster. And that is the name of the game when it comes to trying to lose weight. And the nice thing about this is that it's not going to be horrible. There are some thermogenic pre-workouts that are way stronger than this thing, and it feels like you're literally trapped inside of a sauna that you can't get out of. This thing does its job, especially in the wintertime. It just warms you up, gets you loose, and it makes you want to just keep clanging and banging. Superhuman Burn falls on my B tier. Buzz Lightyear to infinity and slightly past that. It's 2026, prices are high, inflation is high, your salary is down. We need to talk about the best budget pre-workouts on the market. Number one by far is gonna be S tier, Liquid Lightning, and that is caffeine pills. Now, these things come in at 5 to 10 cents a piece, 200 milligrams of caffeine. They kick in about 30 to 40 minutes, super easy to carry around, and they work. The majority of the ingredients in your pre-workout that give you that push in the gym, yes, it is just caffeine. That is like the vast majority, Pareto's principle. The reason that more people don't just take caffeine pills is because you don't get that experience. You get the caffeine, you get the energy, but you're literally just popping a pill. And of course, it doesn't come with any of our favorite pump ingredients to get those juicy veins in the gym. The next budget pre-workout on my list is a paperweight pre, C tier. But the reason I mention it today is because it is everywhere. Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and if you're looking to save a bunch of money, you can just make it in your home, and that is coffee. A lot of people find that it's pretty easy on their stomach. It keeps them regular. It gives you enough caffeine and boost to get into the gym, but it's not gonna fry out your adrenal system, and it's relatively natural.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
And the third one on this list for you cost-conscious consumers is NutriCost pre-workout. And if you're not familiar with NutriCost, they absolutely deliver great priced products. They don't have fancy bottles, they don't have fancy marketing, they don't have any athletes on that they pay. They just give you what you want. Plain bottle with good ingredients, well dosed, the GMP facility created, third-party testing. Their flavors are 8 out of 10s, and it just hits. It seems like every celebrity has their own pre-workout these days, and I do mean across the board, men, women, from athletes to influencers, and the majority of them are cookie cutter. The majority of them are a third party that pays that athlete for their likeness and their name and just slaps it on the bottle. But the best one on the market has to be from Derek, who is More Plates, More Dates on YouTube. And he owns the supplement company, and that's right, Gorilla Mode Pre-Workout. This thing is the real deal when it comes to ingredients and knowing what to put in a pre-workout to make sure that the dosages are top to the brim. Derek knows what he's doing, and this thing has so many ingredients on here. Now, I am going to say it only gets the B tier, the Buzz Lightyear tier. Why? The reality is, when you're trying to throw in a ton of ingredients into a pre-workout, usually the flavor is something that is lacking. And this thing comes in like, I don't know, 11 or 12 flavors online. I've tried 4 of them. All of them are 7 out of 10s. They're drinkable, but you're definitely not going back for more. The best all-natural pre-workout of the year is something that more and more people want. People don't want sketchy ingredients. They want They want zero artificial flavors, zero artificial dyes and colors, and they just want something that's gonna work. In that case, you gotta go with Legion Pulse Pre-Workout. This thing has natural caffeine and it uses natural flavors. It uses stevia over sucralose. Now, we could talk for hours about if sucralose is bad for you or not. I'm not gonna go there. What I will tell you is more companies use sucralose because it is sweeter, it's got a better flavor profile. And unfortunately, sucralose will elicit insulin response in your body. So even though it has 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 anything, it is going to be treated in your body as though you're taking in sugar. So many of you are swole assassinators. You go into the gym and you base how your workout is not on the weights you lift, but on how sick your veins look in the mirror. And if you're looking for the best pump pre-workout, you gotta go with NutraBio's Pre. I love this company. I've been a longtime fan. They had this pre-workout for years and years and years. And where other companies are changing their pre-workouts up every year, NutraBio kept it the same because it was that good. It had so many great ingredients in it. Well, they just revamped it. They did a 180. They went all in on the pump ingredients. This thing has pump ingredients on top of pump ingredients on top of pump ingredients. Some of the dosages on there are, I think, unrealistic, but NutraBio did it anyway. They dropped 350 milligrams of caffeine, which is a lot, but it's still doable. It's not gonna give you a heart attack. It's just gonna push you through some crazy, great workouts in the gym. Even though they have a whopping scoop size with so many ingredients, the flavor still bangs. Lemon lime is my absolute favorite of theirs. This thing is absolutely S tier. Liquid lightning. NutraBio's Pre, where swole is the goal and size is the prize. The one pre-workout that everybody hates, but it still made my top tier list very high up, in fact, is C4 Ultimate. Now, years and years ago, Walmart sold C4 pre-workout and Target and a whole bunch of other places. It was everywhere. And it was generic pre-workout. It had proprietary blends. You didn't really even know what was in it. The dosages was small. The scoop size was like 5 or 8 grams. It was useless. And because of that, everyone in the fitness community was dogging C4. They said it stunk, that the products were junk, and they weren't far off. But like a broken clock, C4 was right twice a day, and they hit the nail on the head when it came to their C4 Ultimate. This is a product that's been around for years, but it's still really well stocked with pump ingredients, with beta-alanine, with caffeine, with all that great stuff, and a delicious flavor. And the reason it really made my list, went under the B tier for Buzz Lightyear, because of the price point. It's been around for so long, and they make so much of it that the price per serving is relatively low. You go on Amazon, they throw some crazy sales. You can even find this on eBay at, I don't even know where these people are getting it, but crazy low prices. So if you're looking for a really good pre-workout as far as price and performance, C4 Ultimate. We're gonna take a time out from talking about all of the great pre-workouts on my list to talk about a few of the bad ones. There are many, and unfortunately, I do mean many, horrible, useless, overpriced pre-workouts. Here's my top 3 most useless wastes of money when it comes to pre-workout. And number 1 is gonna be Bucked Up pre-workout. Their whole marketing scheme is about hunting deer. It is the most crazy thing. I don't know how that relates at all to actually lifting weights, but there you have it. And if it was just the marketing mumbo jumbo, I wouldn't actually knock them. But they've got some crazy ingredients like deer antler velvet. Like, what are we talking about here? We're just making stuff up now? We're just like, rhino horn. I mean, it's just kind of crazy talk, and nothing in there aside from the caffeine is gonna give you any type of actually good performance in the gym. And it's an overpriced product that is just marketed to people who don't know any better. Number 2 is one that you can find in malls all across America. GNC Pro Performance Pre-Workout. I mean, GNC has sold some absolute crap in their time, but this thing takes the cake. It is literally the most generic pre-workout with almost no ingredients. The dosages aren't proper. The bottle itself is bland. The flavor is useless. I don't know who's buying it, but I got a feeling a lot of those sales associates in the stores are pushing people towards it. Now, the third and final one on my list, only for the sake of time, because I could probably go 10 more deep on useless pre-workouts, is juiced gummy pre-workouts. For some reason, there is a massive craze for supplement companies to put ingredients into children's gummies and sell them that way. Unfortunately, if you look at the actual research, when you actually try to infuse these ingredients into the gummies, it becomes very difficult to have accuracy. Most of the stuff that's studied found that the ingredients in these gummies either wasn't there at all or was way overdosed compared to what was supposed to be in there. And when it comes to your pre-workout, you really should grow up and not have to get it through a gummy. Now, there are so many pre-workouts on the market, and I can't make this video any longer than it already is, but I do have a few honorable mentions. If you are looking to get all those pumps in the gym, but you don't want any stimulants, I mean zero caffeine, zero stimulants, you gotta go with Huge Supplements Pump Serum. This company is one of my favorites because they have the mentality that more is more. When it comes to their products, their supplements, they always over-deliver. They over-scoop. They put way more ingredients in here than you could possibly need. And if you want pumps, you gotta go with Pump Serum. Now, if you want high-stim pre-workout, that is a great honorable mention. Even at half a serving, you gotta go with Hooligan. This is from Apollo Nutrition. It's a smaller company, but they make some really dialed in products. Their Hooligan pre-workout has been known far and wide to always deliver. It's quite strong, so I would highly recommend starting off with a half or even less than a half of a serving, but I think you're gonna like what you get. Did your favorite pre-workout make the cut? Drop it in the comments below. And of course, if you want any of the pre-workouts that we talked about in today's video, check out the links in the description. Now, two other things that are absolutely going to get you going and get you more gains in the gym, these two videos. As usual, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and don't save anything for the trip back.